Welcome back. We'll now cross over to our international correspondent, David Kibuuka, who's in New York. Dave, what's happening there?
I'm at the UN where people are discussing climate change. Humans have to change the way we do things, otherwise the Earth is headed for disaster. Like, for example, they say we shouldn't use petrol in cars because it pollutes the environment. I must say, I was very proud to be South African because I could show them evidence that we are taking climate change seriously.
Dave, I know exactly what you're going to say.
Pastor Lesego Daniel told his congregation they could help save the environment if instead of using petrol for cars, they just drank it. He said, "Sela ama fossil fuel sela. Do your bit for the environment. Magagula, stop spitting out. Sela. You are very proud with brandy and whiskey, but now that we are trying to save the environment, you have got excuses. Sela le petrol sela."
Dave, I don't think the congregation was trying to save the environment there.
Not only does he love the environment, but he is also very health conscious. Earlier this year, in his determination to stop people from eating junk foods, he said, "Guys, we need to be healthy. Only organic food from now on. No more chips or amagunya. These things are silent killers." It's just a pity that he didn't make sure that everybody had medical aid first.
Dave, what are you saying about these things?
And speaking of grass, when last did you see a 2-liter Coke bottle filled with water on someone's lawn to stop the dogs from pooing? Were dogs going around going, "Hey, I really need the toilet, but this 2-liter is confusing me"?
Nobody was speaking of the lawns, Dave.
Even Jacob Zuma is doing his bit for the environment by bringing nuclear energy to South Africa. When we were having load shedding, he should have just said that he was doing it for the environment and he would have stressed white people out less. The president has always been clear about who he is, but the South African public do not take responsibility for the leaders that they vote in. After load shedding, you can't really be surprised by water shortages.
Okay, we thought load shedding would have given the government a wake-up call and they would have fixed the water.
Where we lose most of our water is that shower-bath combination. You know when it's the bath, but then they have that curtain that you can supposedly turn into the shower. That thing never works. First you try and switch it on, but then it's always confusing because you see, and it never works, Loy. And then after you have showered, the whole floor is flooded with water. That is where we lose all of our water.
Dave, what has this showering got to do with climate change?
Thank you, Loy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was David Kibuuka in New York. We'll see him next week.
News that moves. ENCA.com.